Hello, everyone. Welcome to Embody. My name is Dana Christian Lee, and I am so grateful you are with me today. Welcome to Embody. What is Embody, if you don't know? We are an organization dedicated to positively impacting global health and well being for all people by creating access to the healing tools of yoga and mindfulness, bringing them together and helping people live our mantra day in and day out. Feel better, do good. And then it just simply improves the quality of everybody's daily life. So they're healthier, they're happier, and they're able to contribute to their families, their communities, and make our world better in only the way they can. And that they is you, that they is me, it's all of us. We cannot put the world on other people anymore. Our problems are large, but we are mighty, and together we can do so much good. So I'm coming to you live from Northern California today, and it's raining, and it's actually beautiful. It's kind of chilly, but that rain is so important to nourish our earth. And I'm simply so grateful as spring rolls around for all of us that our earth is taking time to be quiet and to rest. And then now with the rain here, to get nourished and restored because we had so much wildfire damage last year. So I'm simply grateful today all the way around. And I'm super excited for today's practice because it's dedicated to women. I'm a woman, and for all of my sisterhood, today this practice is for you, for me, and for us. Why? Because it's International Women's Day this week. It was Monday. I like to give it at least a week of celebration, but since Women's History Month is this month, let's focus on women for 1 month at least and honor and highlight and elevate, amplify their voices, their lives, because women are critical. So are men. It's not a thing that men are not important or people that are non-binary. It's not that. This is simply a time to earmark and say, women in our world are critical. In the United States, in the last year since COVID began, almost 3 million women had to leave the workforce for various reasons, whether they lost employment due to COVID or they had to stay home to help their kids do online school. 3 million women is a lot of women out of the workforce. So let's just pay attention to what's going on in the world and remember not everyone starts at an equal playing field. At Embody, we work to bring awareness and education and then action to issues of justice that affect people, especially people that cannot stand for themselves. And women's rights, women's issues are at the forefront of that because we're 50% of the population. So today, women's practice. This is what we're going to focus on. It's called Take a Stand. What kind of stand? And this is for all of us. We can take a stand for women. And if you're a woman, yahoo. And together, we can stand. Stand together. Stand tall. Stand proud. And stand for something larger than yourself. Women, I'm elevating us today, but everyone else, you get to come along too. You get to stand tall and together and proud and for something bigger than all of us. That's what we're up to today. So let's get comfortable. Take a seat and roll your inner thighs down and your outer hips out. Allows you a grounded, open foundation. Thumb and forefinger come together. Lift and lengthen your spine, roll your shoulders back. And as the light of your heart lifts up, glide the tops of your ears straight back so your head is directly over your shoulders. Alignment in Sukhasana, seated pose, the foundation of who you are. Close your eyes. Turn inside. And in yoga, we call this taking the seat of your practice. And for me, I like to guide that it is the seat of your own life. You get to sit tall in who you are. Slowly and deeply breathe. Bring your body, your mind, and your heart here and now. And as your body becomes steady and still, your mind can relax. As you feel your breath come into a steady rhythm. And keeping that inward gaze, that deep, slow breath, begin to visualize the women who have made an impact in your life. See the women rise up in your mind's eye and in your heart. Mom, aunt, sister, friend, co-worker. See them, feel them. These memories may be nurturing and warm. They can also bring up negativity, smallness, or fear. Just notice when women from your life rise up inside you, what it brings up. And simply acknowledge every person is a teacher in some capacity that you can bless and let go. And allow yourself simply to come to a sense of presence. And breathe in, acknowledgement, and exhale, let go. And as we travel with memory, with the women, past or present, open your heart and your mind to these words. The bell is going to bring us into the words, the poem, and the bell will bring us out. We dare not talk of the darkness, for fear it will infect us. We dare not talk of the fire, for fear it will destroy us. And so we live in the half-light, like our mothers before us. Come to the fire. Feel it warm your skin. Come to the fire. Feel it burn in your belly. Shine out through your eyes. Come dance in the fire. Let it fuel your prayers. Slowly breathe in. Deeply breathe out. Keeping your gaze in-drawn, bring your palms together in front of your heart. And simply rub your hands together and feel the warmth of fire, the heat that you get to cultivate with your mind and your breath and your body. Feel it between your palms, feel its power, feel its energy. And keeping your gaze in-drawn, slow your hands down and place your hands over your belly. And feel the bonfire of your soul lit within. Breathe in. Breathe out. Palms join again, rub them. Feel the heat, the warmth, the energy. And slowly have the hands come still and then come over your eyes. as you imagine life shining forth, light from your eyes into the world. Breathe in, breathe out. Rub your hands together. And slow it down as you place your hands over your heart. As you dance in your own light and allow your light to be a beacon for love and peace, compassion and change. Feel your fire lit within. Invite people to sit with you at your fire and let them warm themselves by your light. Breathe in deeply. Exhale fully. And dwelling for one more moment longer in the quiet of your heart, the calm stillness of your mind. Draw one woman into your awareness. See her and hold her and dedicate your practice to her role in your life. The morality on it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad relationship, a relationship that was significant. And dedicate your practice to that person, to their presence, and to the teachings they brought you. And to the collective power of all women that help us rise as one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly release your hands and gently come on back. Wow, all right. That was a trip for me. It was great, deep inward work, and it started pouring rain outside. Super powerful. As the light was lit within, the rain was coming around. Today, we're going to focus on preparing for a handstand. And with a handstand, the principles of rooting down and rising up, root to rise, are where we're going to go. And think about the theme I placed at the beginning. Stand together, stand tall, stand proud, stand for something larger. So wherever you sit or stand, root down in your power and rise up to be proud of who you are, the light you bring into the world as you stand for other women and stand for something or someone larger than yourself. So today we're going to root to rise together. How exciting, right? All right, so to get ready for our handstand, first thing we're going to do is start with our core. Clear your mat off. I'm keeping my socks on for a second. It's chilly right now. Have your feet be parallel and, like 1.5 feet away from your backside. Hold onto the backs of your thighs and press, activate your thighs into your hands as you pull back with your hands and lift your chest. We're going to breathe here. Inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, pull your belly button in and up and gently begin to get some more fire into your core. Your abs begin to work. You may be asking yourself, why would we start with our abs, our core, if we're doing handstands, rooting to rise in handstand? Guess what? Try and do a handstand without your core activated and see how well it goes. To rise up, we need to draw in first, all the way to the core of our being. And then as those muscles are activated, they become tight and engaged and aligned, helping us root down powerfully to rise up with more ease. Because trying to haul a body up into a handstand without an activated core is super heavy and not great for your shoulders. Good. Last time, sit up, flip your heels up. Press your heels down and drag them back isometrically and feel your hamstrings again jump up into your hands. Pull back with your hands. Then release one foot up and then the other foot. My socks really match my pants. Wow, I'm a mess today. Arms along by the side, sit up tall, shoulders go back. Good, and keep that core activated. Belly button in and up, and then heels up to the sky. 3 long rounds of breath. In and out. In and out. One more breath. Bring your feet together. I'm going to take off my beautiful socks. Walk our sit bones back. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Good. And then as you pull your ribs in, roll up. Activate your core. Exhale, bow. Do that a few more times. Roll up. Exhale, bow. Now stay here, Baddha Konasana, a few rounds of breath. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, go right back into Navasana. Breathe in, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Hover your heels into the tips of your shoulder blades. And then come on up, play with it. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. And just play up and down. And then hover, full breath in, long breath out. Release down, full body stretch. Lengthen your abdominal muscles. Oh, that feels good. Lengthen your spine. Exhale. Bend your knees, feet are flat on the earth. Bring your hands behind your head. And lift your shoulder blades up and off the floor. Slowly bring your legs up to 90 degrees. Breathe in. Stretch your left leg forward, left elbow in. Come to center and switch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, keep flowing. Start to feel that fire within. Light it. That glow, that blaze other people will see coming out of your eyes when you do this deep and powerful work. So keep breathing, going deep. I know it's challenging. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. Good. Both knees come up. Hold your shins, tuck it in. Full body stretch. 3 breaths here, in and out. Slowly bend your knees, rock back, and come on to sit on your sit bones. Good job. So you should feel your core. It should be a little bit more awake. Come on to your hands and knees. And now we're going to stretch our wrists, because whenever we balance on our hands, we need to get our arms and our wrists warm. So turn your back fingers around and then the other one. If they go all the way back toward your body, great. Otherwise, just turn them out wherever is accessible. Modify as you need. Good. And in this table with the wrist stretch, just begin to make some circles. You can do bigger circles if your wrists can handle that. Just go nice and gently, stretch and open the back side of your wrist. Good, neutral. Now arch your back, look up. And as you draw your belly button back, stretch your hips back and you'll feel the underside of your wrists expand and lengthen a little bit more. And then drop it, roll it back. Good, neutral. And then flip one hand over, stretch the front side of your wrist gently. And then turn your wrist, set it down. Flip the other hand, fingers point toward body, top of the hand goes to the floor, and then turn. Good job. So table here. Just notice how much better the wrists feel with that length in them. Do one cat-cow, drop your belly, lift your chest, breathe in. Exhale, round your spine, breathe out. And then walk your hands back to your knees. And we're going to do a broken toe pose. Toes are tucked under. And if that hurts your feet, you can turn the tops of your feet over, but I would ask you to stay with stretching your feet for a bit. We're going to interlace our fingers over our head. So the heels of the hands are up toward the sky. Take a full breath here, in and out. And just twist your body one way, and then the other way. Just getting a little mobility in your spine. Good, back to center. Take a full breath. Exhale, stretch the heels of your hands up to the sky. Knuckles to head, breathe in. Exhale, reach up, breathe out. Do that a few more times. Full breath here. Feel the nice flexibility in your wrists after you've stretched your hands. Exhale, release gently. Turn your feet over. Give them a gentle tap. That's some intense stuff, I know. Good. And then sit back. Interlace your fingers behind your back or get a strap. Roll your shoulders up and bring your arm bones back. Curl here for a breath in and out. You can stay here, or you can come forward, bow, try to put your forehead on the floor. Reach your arms up and over your head. Deep inhale. Bend your elbows, release. Keep the shape of your legs, stretch your arms forward. Look up, inhale. Come onto your knees, exhale. Warm it up a little bit. If you are too, take your sweatshirt off. Good. And roll your shoulders up and back. Take one arm, reach it up, back, and around, like you're going to do the backstroke. Other arm, up, back, and around. Up. Breathe. Might have a little cracking, just waking up those shoulders. And now you're going to do the opposite way. Up and around, up and around, up and around. 2 more times each side. Good. Roll both of your shoulders up and back. And then back and forward. Just feeling the juice run through your shoulders. Sit back. Take your back arm, reach it up across your chest. Hold on to your tricep with your opposite hand. Roll your shoulder up and back. Broken toe pose with a shoulder stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently release, switch sides. Just so you know, good. For me, right arm is stretching across, left arm is bent, take your shoulder up and back. If you ever want to take a handstand, learn how to do a handstand, prepare to do a handstand, I urge you to please warm up first, like we are right now. And I'm teaching you the progression. Abs, core, wrists, shoulders. We're going to do our hamstrings and our hips, and we're going to put it all together. Every time I lead you through a practice, there's a method to the practice. Full inhale. Release your hands down. Exhale. Good. Just swing it out a little bit. And then come forward, hands and knees. Patter your feet. Tuck your toes under. Hands at your hips, shoulders on your back. Good. This time we're doing one more. Interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders up and back. And as you root down through your knuckles and your tailbone, take your belly button in and up. Activate that core as you roll your shoulders up and back. You can reach down toward your heels. Oh, slowly come up. Keep your toes tucked, reach forward. Come on up on your finger pads like you're playing piano fingers. Deep inhale, long exhale. Sit on up, come up to your knees. I'm going to face forward now. Take your left arm, bring it forward, palm up. Good. Bring your right arm up. Right arm goes underneath left arm. Bend at your elbows. Backs of the hands can come together. You can bend your left hand, interlace your hands here to take a nice shoulder stretch here. Lift your elbows up, take your arm bones back. Garudasana arms, you can stretch your hips to your heels. Get a shoulder stretch and a broken toe pose, same time, 3 breaths. Release, hug, unwind, reach up. Second side, arms forward, and then left arm under right. Bend, perhaps wrap. Breathe in, elbows up, shoulders back. Broken toe pose, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Sit on up. Hug and release, shake it out. Good. Now we're going to do a stretch for our shoulders, but behind the back. So I'm going to turn around so you can check it out. Lift your left arm up and bend your elbow. Take your right arm up, hold your other elbow. Move your elbow toward the center of your body, but keep drawing your left shoulder blade back and lift up. And as you breathe in, lift your head up. As you exhale, walk your fingers down your spine. Keep that left shoulder blade tucking in and lifting up. You can stay here. You can do a broken toe pose. And if it's super easy for you, you can bend that back arm, reach up and around, try to bind your fingers for Gomukhasana arms. Full breath in, long breath out. Reach up, inhale, arms go down, exhale. We're going to do second side. Right arm lifts, bend at the elbow, fingers point down between the shoulder blades. Left arm reaches up, hold your elbow. And as you bring your elbow more toward midline, keep that right shoulder blade tucking in behind your heart. As you inhale, lift your chin and press your head back into your arms. Exhale, stretch and walk your fingers down your spine. As you keep the shoulder blade in and up. And some of you might be able to, this side's really tight for me, so I would need a strap. I don't have one right here, but you find your variation. Breathe in, breathe out. Good job. Inhale, hug, reach up, and release it down. Good job. Just, you can take your shoulders up and back. Take your arms up. And just feel the space that you've created. Exhale, arms down. Good job. Let us come to table pose. Take a full breath here. Make your way into downward facing dog. Make your feet a little bit wider here and push your mat down and forward. Just bend your knees, bend your elbows. Keep that. Lift the head of your arm bones up. Swing your triceps in and up. Your shoulder blades will come sweetly on your back. This is super important for a handstand. Shoulder blades must be on your back. Head of the arm bones are on your back. And stretch your spine nice and long. You're going to walk your heels out a little bit. And then find a nice wide leg down dog.
Don't lose your triceps, in and up. Keep that boundary of your arms. 3 breaths. Deep inhale, long exhale. Bring your feet into normal down dog, only hips width apart. And then take a few breaths here. Bottom of your exhale, glide into plank. Full breath. Take chaturanga, high to low plank. Curl through, cobra, sphinx, or up dog. Feel the nice sweet spot behind your heart, already a little bit open from our shoulder stretches. Slowly lower down, plant your hands by your ribs, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Look up between your hands, step or hop your feet forward, top of your mat. Forward bend. Lengthen forward, breathe in. Bow down, breathe out. Inhale, rise up. And notice, to rise up, you can either simply come up, like, oh, I'm coming up, or you can push into your feet. Everybody bow forward with me. Press down powerfully through your feet. Root. Pull your belly in and up. And as you push into your feet, inhale, rise up. Big breath, stand tall. Root to rise. Look up and keep this shape for a few breaths. As you stand tall in who you are, stand proud. As women, we stand together. We stand for something bigger than ourselves. Full breath. Bring it in. Nice work. We're going to take a couple sun salutations here. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Lengthen, breathe in. Step or hop back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra, sphinx, or up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your back leg, left leg, lift it up. Step your foot between your hands. Lunge. Root down, press down. That's your foundation, whatever touches the earth. Anchor. And then hug everything into your midline. And moving with your breath, inhale, rise right up. Crescent lunge. Full breath here. Bend your elbows. Shoulder stretch. Deep inhale. Bow forward, heart on the inside of your front leg. Exhale, touchdown lunge. Step back, plank. You can rest or take chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right leg lifts. Steps between thumbs. Settle into your foundation. Align knee over heel. Front toes pointing straight forward. Hands on either side of your ankle bone. Wiggle your back leg so it's straight. Press down, root down, hug in, and then with a big inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Feel the earthy weightiness of the rooting down of your legs. And feel the lightness, the rising up Bend your elbows, shoulder stretch, and rise through the heart. Bow forward, keep your legs, just simply take your heart on the inside of your front knee. Touchdown lunge, step back plank, flow through vinyasa or take a rest. Downward facing dog. Full inhale, let it out, exhale. Left leg lifts, left footsteps between your hands. Pause. Put your back heel down, hand at your waist. These are side angle pose legs, but we're going to build triangle pose. So you can get a block or bring your hand to your shin. And as your front leg begins to straighten, walk your hand back so it's underneath your shoulder. Lengthen through your spine, roll your shoulders back. Top hand goes up or not, you decide. Push down, root down through your foundation. Hug your legs in, get that power, bring it into the core of your belly. Take the belly button in, lift the heart up. Full breath. Now as we root down, really open and twist it. Good. Look down, breathe in, bend your front leg slightly, root. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Good job. Full breath. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Switch sides. Breathe in, bend your front leg, breathe out. Let's get side angle pose. Parsvakonasana legs first. Press into your feet. Hug your feet in so the inner legs fire up. Draw your belly button in. Lengthen through your spine. Roll your shoulders back. And now begin to straighten your front leg. Modify or take full Trikonasana, triangle pose. Notice how grounded you are through your feet and your legs. The focal point here is in the core of your pelvis, so that's rooted down. Everything else feels super light. Root to rise. We plant ourselves to grow, to stand tall, to stand proud, to stand together, and for something so much bigger than ourselves. Breathe in, look down, hug in, breathe, root to rise up to warrior two. Full breath, let it out. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. We're going to cartwheel it around into lunge first side. Step your back foot in halfway. Balance on your front foot and your two hands. Square your hips, lift your chest. We're working 90 degrees here, friends. Look down the midline of your body, back toes are in the air. Make sure that they're not open here. They're pointed straight to the floor. Square your hips, look up. This is like a handstand. The kicking leg is super straight, super strong, and the hips are square and the toes are pointed down. This foundational leg, it's pushing down. And everything else is rising, light. Pull your belly in and look up. Good, half split. This is the handstand prep shape. Bend your knee a little bit and straighten. Bend. And if this is really hard for you, bending and straightening your foundational leg instead of kicking up to a half handstand or a full handstand is going to be your practice. So just pay attention where you are right now. Full breath here. Open it up now, toes point forward, hips open, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. And play with your shape. Let it open, let it develop. Oh my goodness. And if you fall, just do it safely, gracefully, and play. Deep breath. Empty it out. Look down. back to half split, hands underneath your shoulders. You can stay right here, or you can go to reversed half moon pose. Left hand at your waist, shoulders on your back, twist. Or top hand can go up. Finding the power, the rooting down of your legs, the rising up of your heart through an activated core. Breathe in. Touch down, half split. Put your foot behind your other foot. Half or twisted forward bend. Oh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Unwind. Heel toe your feet. Squat down. Malasana. Bring your hands in front of your heart. You can close your eyes here and know who you dedicated your practice to today. See them, elevate them, love them, send gratitude to them, forgive them, release them, whatever you need to do. Inhale, exhale. Good, we're gonna sit back into that core. Sit back, belly in and up. Legs extend long. And if I bring my arms up, look at that. I'm in a 90-degree bend. If I went like this, it's like half split. We just flip it around. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, tuck it in. Rock back, stand all the way up. Woo-hoo-hoo. And face the center. Breathe in here, reach up. Exhale, take your legs wide. Full breath. Cartwheel over your opposite leg to lunge. Root down through your foundation, look forward, heart rises. Step your back foot in halfway. Come on into half split. Square your hips, lift your chest. And this foundational leg may not straighten. That's okay. The purpose is to strengthen, empower this leg, square your hips, and look down the midline of your body, toes point to the floor. So as you bend that right leg, you can feel the power of your kicking leg. Imagine this leg coming up and directly toward the sky, body one long line. Bend. Good, now keep that foundation. Root and then lift your hands up a little. Breathe in. Open it up, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Your toes do point forward on this, but they're still in line with your kneecap and your hip. Belly button back. Heart lifts, good. Inhale, look down. Exhale, touch down. You can stay in half split here, or you can bring your right hand to your waist and build revolved half moon. Pravrita, Ardha Chandrasana. Root down through your foundation. Rise your heart up to the sky. Touch down, twisted forward bend. Back foot cozies up behind front leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Unwind. Heel toe, squat down, Malasana. Sit back, Navasana. Activate your toes, lift and spread your toes. Without moving your legs, hug them in, engage. Pull it into your core So you can lift your heart. Good job. 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. Tuck it in, rock back, stand up, and back to center. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Full breath. Remember who you dedicated this practice to and for. Keep them with you as you release your hands down and open your eyes. Left leg lifts. Place it appropriately, not on your ankle joint or your knee joint. For tree pose. Hug the midline. Notice how much lighter you get when you push your foot into your leg and your leg responds back with equal pressure. It's super safe feeling. Bring your hands at your waist. This foundational foot's what gets wobbly. So press down on the inner edge of your front foot. Push. Keep your knees straight forward though. As you root down powerfully through your foundation, rise up through your heart. And as you rise up, the belly goes in and up. You activate that core to get taller. You can take whatever expression of tree pose you want, but simply stand tall as we as women stand together to stand proud and to stand for something bigger than ourselves. Breathe in, breathe out. Root into our beautiful earth and rise your glorious heart. As you bend your elbows, bring your hands behind your head, keep your ribs in. Just do a gentle back bend. Lift your heart up. Keep rooting and rising. Inhale, look forward, catch something to focus your gaze on as you hug in, unwind, touch down. Reach up, inhale, release down, exhale. Next side, balance on the left leg, trikonasana. Woo. Tree pose, vrikshasana. Hug your midline. Root down, rise up. And as powerful as the root of that left leg is, anchors down. Feel like tree roots from your belly button down through your heel. And then splitting right here, there's this action that rises up. You bend your elbows, bring your ribs in, shoulder blades in, heart up. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Slowly come back, reach up, root down, rise up, and then gently lower it down. Shake it out. All right, I'm gonna turn to the side. We're gonna take eagle pose, Garudasana into warrior 3. Forward bend, switch sides. Garudasana, warrior 3, back to center, okay? So bring your feet together, hands at your waist, take your shoulders on your back. Full breath. And now hug your shins and your heels in. As you bend your knees, take your shins forward. Now sit your thighs way back. Kick your left heel forward and cross your knees. Some of you will stay right here. Some of you can take that back leg and wrap it around. Use your hands to help you square your hips and push down, root down. Pull your belly in, rise your heart up. So you should feel like you're going in 2 directions. Earth and sky, baby, human and divine. Here we go. You can stay here. You can reach your arms forward. You can do the genie arms, If your left leg is over, your left arm is under, and wrap it for Garudasana. Root through your foundation into who you are, and rise up with pride and shine that out. You can keep your arms, you can unbind them as you lift your left leg up, just like you did in half split. Find those legs, but keep Garudasana arms if you can. Breathe in, breathe out. You can't really look back now, but toes point down, hips are square. And imagine kicking your hamstring up to the sky, powerfully. Breathe in, hug, unwind. Now half split. Oh, it makes a little bit more sense. Twisted forward bend. Oh. Use the power of your core to help you in these poses. Makes them tighter, more integrated, which is lighter. Breathe in. Smile, ha. Maybe you killed that side, maybe you shanked it. No matter, you're on your mat. Unwind, squat down, malasana. Deep inhale. Let it out, exhale. Touch down. Walk your feet back in. Roll up to stand. Shoulders go up and back. Forward, high. Now we're going to switch sides. Turn the other way. Feet are parallel. Actually, bring your feet together. Zip your legs up. Hug your heels in. Press down through your feet. Root through all four corners of your feet and rise everything else up. As your knees bend, your shins go forward, you squat down, thighs go back. Pick up your right foot. Kick your right leg toward the sky. Breathe in. Cross that right knee over your left. You may stay here. Some of you may take your inner thighs back more, reach that right leg around and find your wrap. Hands at your waist, square your hips. And root down from your pelvis to the earth. Lift up through your spine. You may wobble and that's okay. It's the practice, it's being here. And then take your arms, you can stack them, you can bind them. So if your right leg is on top, your right arm is under. Hug in. Shoulders come up, arm bones go back. Stay for a couple more breaths. And then hug in, try to keep your arms, pick your right knee up, and kick it back into half split legs, warrior three legs. With Garudasana arms. Breathe in, hug, unwind, touchdown, half split. Back foot comes behind front foot, bow. Walk your hands back. Twisted forward bend last time. Breathe in, breathe out. Unwind. This time feet come together, tippy toes, squat down, different malasana, just deep in this forward bend. Notice how your abs, your core are super active. Draw your ribs back. Lift your heart forward slightly as you work your heels closer to the floor. And then look up between your thumbs. Transition to table pose. Good job. Let's take a break for a sec. Let's take a rest in child's pose. Widen your knees, big toes touch. Turn inside. table. Good, your hands are as wide as your shoulders, wrist creases are parallel to the top of your mat. Fingers are nice and spread. That's super important because as you come into handstand prep, the foundation is whatever touches the floor, and it's your hands. Root down through your hands, push down. Swing your triceps toward each other, fire up your arms, and press the head of your arm bones forward. Keep that, soften in your upper back a little. Now let's practice square hips. Kick your right leg up, square hips, toes down, chest up. And as you press your leg up to the sky, feel your hamstring engage. That's the back leg kicking action that you want to have when you lower and lift and lower and lift. Because a handstand isn't a kick wild, it's grace and power together. Sometimes it doesn't go as we plan, but we really go intentionally. One more time, lower it, and it's like you're kicking through mud. Really activate that back leg, square your hips, look up. And then switch sides. Other leg lifts. And notice how your hip wants to open because it's easier. Square your hips, look up. Activate your toes, root down through whatever's touching, rise up. And then kick it up, lower it down. Lift. Notice your glute activates. And as you're doing this, pull your ribs in, keep your core super active. And that takes a lot of pressure out of your wrists. Last time, and put it down. Turn your hands around again, stretch your wrists. And sit back, flip them over, turn your wrists. And so your handstand isn't to put pressure on your wrists. We root down through our hands and use the rest of our body to lift up. This is not where everything balances. Please remember that. If you put all the pressure in your wrists, you're going to get a wrist injury, and that doesn't help anybody. So please take note of where your body is aligned and where it's missing. And that's okay, it's a refinement. And if you ever have a question, please leave a comment below and I will get right back to you. You can email me at dana@feelbetterdogood.org. We can communicate, but alignment is imperative because your body, your safety, and your health and well-being is my highest priority. So we're going to practice kicking up into a play handstand. If you have a wall, you can use a wall too if that makes you feel more comfortable. I don't have one available and my screens will fall over. So I'm going to demonstrate for you table, wrist creases parallel to the short edge of your mat, index fingers pointed straight forward. Activate your fingers, triceps in, arm bones forward. Plug your shoulder blades on your back. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, stretch back down dog. You're going to take your left leg, step it in halfway. So it's like you're coming into a runner's sprint. Shoulders over your wrists, head of your arm bones are forward, and your arm bones are on your back. And notice, just like we did in half split, we lifted and we lowered. But I want you to use your foundational leg like a pump, straighten it, and then bend it, touch your toe down. But notice, my shoulders are right over my wrists. There's not a lot of adjustment that has to happen to get up into a handstand. And then touch it down. We're going to switch. Take your leg back, lunge, down dog, oh lordy. Take your right leg, step it forward halfway. Look up, and then lift and lower. Keep your legs square, feel your hamstring engage. Like you're kicking through that mud like you were in table. Try to keep your upper body nice and stable. Pull your belly in, lift up. Root down through your hands and rise up through that back leg. And then touch it down, downward facing dog. Child's pose. You can turn your wrists if they're feeling like there's some tension in them. Look up and sit back. All right, so now make sure you have clear space. Don't want you to fall over. I want you to play kick a little bit in handstand prep.
Try not to go, if you don't have handstand in your practice, don't go anywhere near full handstand right now. But I want you to feel the strength and the component parts that it takes to build these poses that are really, really fun. And they're quite liberating, but they take lots of practice, a deep sense of alignment, and body awareness. Because when we go upside down, we often, what? I don't know where I am. So I'm going to show you table. Once again, all the alignment principles, down dog. Non-dominant foot steps forward first, shoulders over wrists. And now look, I can either press down and like collapse to the floor, or I can push my hands down and forward, lift up. Bend and straighten, and then begin to just play. Bend and kick. Try to keep your hips square to the floor. Kick your hip above your leg above your shoulder. Then try to get a little hang time. And then take it back, down dog. Might feel weirdo on your non-dominant leg. Definitely does for me. Child's pose. Notice how your breath picks up. Let it smooth out again. Because usually in versions like that, especially when it's new, a little bit scary, we can hold our breath and then lose the rhythm. Anchor down right now, root through your foundation as you humbly honor the women in your life, women across the globe. And then come on back. One more time. Table, down dog. And take the foot forward that's more comfortable as you square your hips and really set yourself up, shoulders over your hips. Then touch your back foot down and straighten, toes stay pointed to the floor, keep your hips square, bend, kick. Just play with it. Building strength, building power, root to rise. Down dog. Child's pose. Feel the weightiness of this beautiful, sweet, humble pose. And then the rising simply of your breath and your spirit, the light within you. We go from handstands to child's pose, from a little bit more complex to what we think might be simple. But the path of rooting to rising is so much more. Breathe in, breathe out. Look up and sit up. Swing your legs around and come onto your back. As we start to cool down, bring your left knee into your chest, bring your right leg long. Full breath here. Take your left arm either wide like a wing, or you can bend it like a goalpost. Twist your left leg to the right. Gaze to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly come up. Hug that shin in. Lift your chin up and hover your other leg up. Just feel how much more easeful it is to connect to your core. The fire is lit, the embers are burning. So you can shine brightly here. Breathe in, switch sides, exhale. Notice how much more easeful that is. Lower down with your left leg and your torso head. Twist other side.
And as you lie on the earth in this simple twist, feel the weightiness of the greatest mother, our Mother Earth, that holds us gently in her arms, in her embrace, to keep us rooted, humble, present on this planet, so we can rise and grow and make a difference for that. That, my friends, is why we're here. Breathe and shine. Sit up, knee comes in. Last time, left leg lifts and hover. Good job. Breathe here. Exhale it out. Both knees come in. Forehead comes to your knees. Lower. Just rock a little bit. Maybe make a couple circles. As you embrace yourself completely. And exhale sweetly into Shavasana, the final pose of rest for you. So that can be meditation seat. It can be on your back. Wherever you are, set up skillfully, mindfully, and rest for just a few moments. The bell will bring you in and the bell will bring you out. Inhale deeply. Exhale sweetly. Soften your lips together as you take a moment to pause, to not rush, and to assess your body held by the great Mother Earth, the most powerful feminine energy on our planet. Feel the safety in that rooting. And then contrast that with the rising up, the lightness of your heart, the spirit, and the fire within. You co-created that with the Great Mother. You are human and you are divine. Feel the power in that. You can remain in Shavasana a little longer, or you can journey your way back up to a seat by softly turning your wrists and your ankles, bending your knees one at a time, and taking a few moments to meet me in a seated pose. And as you come back up, skillfully and mindfully take the seat of your practice. As we sit tall on our earth, we sit together
We sit proudly. We sit for something so much larger than ourselves. When you come to your seat, join your palms together in front of your heart. And breathe in, breathe out. And as you acknowledge yourself, the person you dedicated your practice to the women on this planet who offer so much light and nurturing love to keep the healing and the generative process moving forward. Moms, women, sisters, children, this is for you. Every time you open your mouth, your heart comes tumbling out. Every time you sway your hips, you shake what your mama gave you. Every time you wipe a tear, wrap your arm around the world, speak your truth, though your voice might catch. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. You show another sister the wisdom she is capable of. Thank you for showing me, journeying with me. What an honor to call you sister on this planet, right here and right now. Happy International Women's Day. Happy Women's History Month. Sacred warrior women. May we be the example for our leaders, Kamala Harris in the White House, for our girls that look up to us, to stand together, to stand tall, to stand proud, to stand for something larger than ourselves, for they are watching, they are learning, and we are growing together. May it be so, and namaste. Take a deep inhale, long exhale. Slowly open your eyes and release your hands. So my friends, go in peace. The light that you cultivate within, shine it in the world, and may your hands and your heart stay open. The world needs you. And I send you all the love.